We are going to do today's Advent reading. We are the Gray family. Today's reading is taken from different parts of the book of Joshua. Joshua secretly sent out 2 spies from the Israelite camp at the Acacia Grove. He instructed them, "Scout out the land on the other side of the Jordan River, especially around Jericho." So the 2 men set out and came to the house of a prostitute named Rahab, and they stayed there that night. Before the spies went to sleep that night, Rahab went up on the roof to talk with them. "I know the Lord has given you this land," she told them. "Now swear to me by the Lord that you will be kind to me and my family since I have helped you. Give me some guarantee that when Jericho is conquered, you will let me live, along with my father and mother, my brothers and sisters, and all their families." Before they left, the men told her, "We will be bound by the oath we have taken only if you follow these instructions. When we come into the land, you must leave this scarlet rope hanging from the window through which you have let us down."
A long time ago, after God gave his love promises to his people, one red rope saved the lives of a girl and her father and her mother and her sisters and her brothers. The girl's name was Rahab, and she was known as a girl who did bad things. She lived in a town named Jericho, a town where no one worshipped God. The people who lived in Jericho built high walls around their town to keep enemies out. But no one could keep out the one real God. God told his own people that the land of Jericho would be theirs. So 2 men of God came spying out this land, slinking closer to Jericho, and they found the city gate standing wide open. God does that. He opens doors and he opens the hardest of hearts. The spies walked through the gate. They knocked on a door. Rahab let them in. But someone saw the men slip into Rahab's house. They told the king, and the king sent soldiers. Then, quick, Rahab hid the 2 spies up on the roof under piles of straw, so the soldiers didn't find the spies. When Rahab pulled that blanket of straw off the hiding spies, she whispered to them what was beating loud in her heart. "Your one real God works real miracles. I believe in him, but even more, I want to live for him." God can show himself and his huge, uncontainable love wherever, whenever, to whomever. High walls and hard hearts cannot stop his love from coming. Sin and badness cannot stop his love from coming. The love of God can come over any wall, can open the door of any heart, can find anyone, anywhere, in anything. Rahab couldn't stop smiling. God loved her at her darkest and baddest, and he held her with the biggest and grandest and greatest love. That is always the secret to unwrapping the biggest, greatest, grandest gift. Believe that the love of Jesus is in the place where you don't expect it. Then live into the surprise of a love like that. Because Rahab believed in the one real God and had decided to live for him, the 2 men of God promised, "If you hang this red rope from your window, you and your father and your mother, your brothers and sisters will all be kept safe when our soldiers take Jericho, and God gives this city to his people." Rahab nodded yes. She hung that red rope out her window like it was her only lifeline. Her heart was tied to God's by that one red rope. God changed the heart of the girl who had done bad things. When the soldiers came to take the city of Jericho, Rahab was saved. Not because she was good, not because she had done good things, but because she had trusted in the one real God. God would send a prince named Salmon to marry Rahab. Who was expecting that? And the girl who had done bad things but gave her heart to the one good God became Princess Rahab, who had a baby boy who would grow up to have a baby boy, who would grow up to have a baby boy, who would grow up to have a baby boy, who would become the king of God's people. Which means that Rahab would be the great-great-grandmother of King David, the greatest king of God's people. And Rahab would be the many, many, many times great-grandmother of the greatest and most perfect king ever, Jesus. Jesus, who painted a rope red with his very own love, with his very own blood, and gives himself to you like a red rope, whispers, "No matter what you've done, hold on. I love you, and I've got you." Everywhere, do you see it? Christmas presents, tied up red ribbons, little red ropes. They tie all of our hearts to Jesus, the greatest, grandest gift of all. All the red ropes everywhere shaped into hearts, they wrap the happiest love right around you.